everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well and safe and having a lovely day. Today we're gonna be doing a friendship reading on John Yubin and Ahn Hyo Seop. I did a Patreon Q&A. It was one of the questions that was asked by my patrons, and a lot of you guys requested that I do a standalone reading. So here we are. I'm just gonna be looking at the general energy of their friendship, as well as how John Yubin sees Ahn Hyo Seop and how Ahn Hyo Seop sees John Yubin. But as usual, guys, I just want to make a quick disclaimer that I'm not going to be divulging too much into their personal lives out of respect for them and for whomever I do a reading about in the future. If you guys are interested in joining me on Patreon, would like to know what cards I use for my readings, or would like to get a private reading for yourself, I'll have it linked in the description box below. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into the reading. So I think we're going to start off with the general energy of their friendship. I'll just start off with this oracle right here. So John Yubin and Ahn Hyo Seop. John Yubin and Ahn Hyo Seop. General energy of their friendship. It's very sweet because I did see in my Patreon Q&A that they have a lot of similarities. Okay, let's grab some tarot cards. They're both very mature, very wise. I think, sorry, one second, let me just open it. There is a very deep understanding between both of them. This is so interesting, you guys. Okay, one second, let me just grab one final oracle, and then that's it. John Yubin and Ahn Hyo Seop. One more. Oh, okay. This is so interesting. Okay, I think they have the kind of friendship that is very eye-opening. Like the energy of their friendship feels almost like a teacher-mentor kind of friendship, and no one is necessarily playing that role. I feel like it's very interchangeable. Ahn Hyo Seop is learning so much from John Yubin, and John Yubin is learning so much from Ahn Hyo Seop, because with opportunity here, expand your horizons, and the Two of Wands, which is also about learning and envisioning something more than your current reality. And we also have hidden depths. It really does feel like they are learning a lot from one another, and they're both expanding each other's horizons. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is the Empress, because the Empress is a creator, is a very creative person. So they are both very creative actors, and they're both proper artists. I don't think they take their craft lightly. It's not a situation where they both think, oh, okay, I'm an actor, it's all glitz and glam, I need to just like sit there and look pretty. No, they're actually thinking, I'm an actor. It's my job to make people feel something. It's my job to create and bring forward this new energy into this world, this new character. How do they feel? What do they see? It's so serious for both of them. And because they both are such professional, dedicated people to their craft, it's actually something that feeds their soul. They're breathing and they're living to do this, okay? Because they do that, they're creating magic together, okay? They're creating something that has so much energy to it. They work very well together is what I see, because with intuition, it's like they understand each other. So if they were doing a role or a scene together, they feed off of each other's energy, and he brings out something in her that hasn't come out before. She is also able to bring out something in him, in his acting abilities, that hasn't come out before. So they really have good synergy when it comes to acting together. I do feel like they're both very how should I say, like they're very not set, I am trying to find the right word, but as people, they know who they are, and they're not trying to be someone they're not. So they have a lot of similarities in, I feel like they're quite not withdrawn, but they're more into the introverted than the extroverted. This is something that I saw in my previous reading too. But because of that, it took some time to open up, but now they're completely open with one another, and I feel like they're very comfortable with each other. So anything else, guys, in regards to John Yubin and Ahn Hyo Seop, general friendship energy? Yeah, yeah, they are very good at communicating. they love having chats. And it's taken a while. Like I think they got along straight off the bat, but it took a little bit of time for them to be close, is what I'm trying to say. Like they were always really friendly, but to be like so open and comfortable with each other, I think that took a little bit of time. But yeah, all in all, I do see that the energy feels good, you guys. I mean, especially with the Empress here, the intuition, and the Two of Wands, I do feel like they honestly see the other person as someone that's opened up a lot of their world, expanded their world. But yeah, okay. So now let's see, how does John Yubin see Ahn Hyo Seop? How does John Yubin see Ahn Hyo Seop? So let's start with these cards right here. How does John Yubin see Ahn Hyo Seop? A man of many talents. How does John Yubin see Ahn Hyo Seop? No? Okay, one more from this deck. Oh. Wow, okay, that's so interesting. I think she actually sees a lot of feminine energy within him, so that means that she finds him as someone that is very feeling, someone that's very intuitive, someone that's very caring and nurturing. He has a very calming presence. He is someone that's very giving, very loving. She feels safe around him. We have the Empress again. One more. Wow. We have the Empress, the Queen of Wands, the Four of Swords. Okay, he never forces something, okay? He doesn't pretend to be someone he's not. She sees him as someone that is full of surprises. Like, I think she was shocked as she started getting to know him because there were so many layers to him, okay? He is full of surprises. Like, they'll be doing something and then he'll say, oh yeah, I did that when I was little. And she's like, what? Where did that come from? But he's very caring. He's very hardworking. He's very, how should I say this? Selfless. So if he cares about other people, he will put himself like second, third, fourth. Like, he is very nurturing and he cares about other people. She does appreciate him a lot. She feels like, oh, I'm lucky that I have met you and you are now one of my friends. With the Three of Wands, he's always able to anticipate what other people haven't anticipated. So I feel like, especially because they acted together, this is more so about acting. Like, he's able to anticipate what kind of reaction should I give, what should come out after this, like things like that. He's always able to anticipate and do more than what is expected. Because of that, he is just such a good creator. Like, look at this, we have the Empress again. We have a lot of yin energy here, you know, with the dilettante, we have the Empress, we have the Queen of Wands, we have the wife. He does make John Yubin feel very, very safe. I feel like because he has such a yin energy, it brings out the yang energy out of her. It makes her want to be a little bit more loud or be a little bit more, not touchy, but like, hey, come on, let's do this, or like make jokes and things like that. Because John Yubin, I feel like, is also quite introverted, but because of his yin energy, it makes her want to bring out her yang energy, where she's a little bit more loud, she's a little bit more outgoing around him, is what I see. And she feels really comfortable and safe around him. I do see that, because with the Eight of Cups in reverse, it does feel like maybe with other people, she sometimes holds back or keeps her distance, but with him, she feels comfortable enough to be close to him, okay? With the Queen of Wands, I think she's seen sides of him that not many people have seen. Very charming side. She does feel like he is someone that is very, very warm. He feels like a hug, you know? He feels like someone that makes people feel comfortable and makes people feel at ease, makes people feel welcomed. That's one gift that Ahn Hyo Seop has that John Yubin really likes. He makes people feel welcomed. He makes people feel safe. Anything else in regards to how John Yubin sees Ahn Hyo Seop? Anything else in regards to how John Yubin sees Ahn Hyo Seop? Oh. Oh my god, this came out again. This card came out in the very beginning. Wow. Opportunity, present, and singularity. Okay, so first of all, he is someone that is very like whole. Like this is something that already came up, but like he doesn't necessarily feel like he needs to pretend to be someone he's not. He doesn't necessarily feel like he needs to chase highs. He's very secure in who he is as a person. He's very self-reliant. He's able to be fully immersed in the moment, and that's something that she really appreciates for him. Okay, she also thinks that, okay, wait, never mind, I will talk about that in a little bit. Let me just grab one other card or one other thing. Yeah, you guys, seriously, the yin energy for Ahn Hyo Seop. Again, like this is how John Yubin sees him, right? But she honestly sees him as someone that is so caring, so sensitive, so in touch, so able to be in touch with his emotions and with her emotions. This doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that he does with everyone, but this is how John Yubin sees him. Like he's just a very caring, loving, sensitive person, and someone that she really appreciates. I do see that she cares about him quite a lot. Now, I wanted to talk about opportunity. She really does feel like working with him and getting to know him has been such a blessing in her life and such a huge opportunity. And it really does feel like she's truly enjoyed working with him. But yeah, guys, okay, so now let's see. How does Ahn Hyo Seop see John Yubin? How does Ahn Hyo Seop see John Yubin? So, how does Ahn Hyo Seop see John Yubin? Oh, that was quick. Wow. Anything else from this? No. Okay. See, there is something about Ahn Hyo Seop that makes John Yubin more outgoing. Because of his yin energy, John Yubin around Ahn Hyo Seop is very yang. Like she's louder, she's a lot more extroverted. She wants to like, haha, she's the one that's come on, Ahn Hyo Seop, you know? And she's not necessarily like that with everyone. But I can see that especially with the Liberator here. Like she just feels very almost like fluid, very free-spirited. Okay, that's how he sees her. He sees her as someone that's very free-spirited, and I think it's him that brings that side out in her. Anything else in regards to how how does Ahn Hyo Seop see John Yubin? Oh my God. You guys, the same card came out. We have surprise again. How does Ahn Hyo Seop see John Yubin? Anything else from this card? Oh my God, you guys. What the actual? These are the two cards that came out for Ahn Hyo Seop too. So they see each other in very similar ways. Interesting. One more, just one more, because I feel like Ahn Hyo Seop had three, no? Okay. So we have surprise, wife, and thought. Let me just grab some tarot. This is so interesting. How does Ahn Hyo Seop see John Yubin? How does Ahn Hyo Seop see John Yubin? She has what? Oh my goodness. We have two aces. Okay, just one more? No? One more? Oh my God. That's the third card that has come out that is the same from how John Yubin sees Ahn Hyo Seop. Oh my God, you guys, you won't believe the Empress. That's 4 cards. I told you guys they're so similar. They are so similar. Like, and the way they see each other is also so in sync. Anyways, wow, sorry. I'm just like, sorry, I forgot to grab another deck. How does Ahn Hyo Seop see John Yubin? Ahn Hyo Seop see John Yubin? Anything else? One more? Okay. Oh my gosh. This card jumped out in the very beginning. This is wow. What did I say? What did I say? something about Ahn Hyo Seop makes John Yubin want to take charge, like the yang energy. She's the one that's become a lot more extroverted. Okay, guys, so wow. We have the Empress again. This is like the third time the Empress has come out. We have Surprise, Liberator, Wife, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands as well. Navigate, Ace of Wands, Take Charge, Thought, and Opportunity. So, first of all, with Liberator, I feel like John Yubin has very progressive ideas. And she is someone that's very free and very fluid and very open-minded, but she's able to also speak her mind. And that's something that Ahn Hyo Seop really looks up to, okay? And she is able to make him feel at ease, the same way that she feels at ease around him. So she liberates him from certain things that maybe he feels holds him back, but he feels a lot more at ease around her, okay? With Surprise, he definitely feels like she is also someone that is full of surprises. He never knows what he's gonna get, and she's got a lot of depths. It feels like every time they have a conversation or something like that, he's always pleasantly surprised. It's good, right? A friendship like this means you keep growing and learning from each other, so that's something that's really beautiful. Another thing is that even though she is someone that is very hardworking, very passionate, okay? So first of all, let me tell you, Ahn Hyo Seop thinks very highly of John Yubin, okay? He does feel like she is someone that is very, very talented, okay? Very, very passionate. She puts her all into her craft. She is someone that is very hardworking. She will work harder than anyone else. She's got her eye on the prize. She knows what she wants out of life. She knows how to get it. She knows what she needs to do. And she's just, yeah, she's very hardworking. So he really looks up to her. If she has an opinion on something, she will stand her ground. And that's also something that he looks up to. Now, with the Queen of Wands and the Empress, even though, you know, she's very hardworking, she can be outspoken, she's very, like, not ambitious, but goal-oriented. She knows where she's going. She's going to put the hours to get there. There is a softness to her as well, okay, with the Empress and the Queen of Wands. She is so warm. The same way that she sees him, he sees her. So I don't know if they're actually like that or they bring out that side in each other, because they bring out those same qualities and they seem to both appreciate those qualities. So it seems like they didn't have that before in their lives. But she thinks that he's the source of it and he thinks she's the source of it. You know what I mean? So it's very interesting because they see each other in a very, very similar light. The biggest difference is that, you know, he's more of like the calm, inward yin energy and she's more of the fiery energy around him. And yeah, and he does feel that working with her has been a huge opportunity in his career, okay? She's someone that does take charge and navigate more in their friendships. And with Thought, she is someone that's very, very smart, someone that likes to have real conversations, likes to debate things, not for the sake of debating and having fights or like that, but she really does like to get into the nitty-gritty and kind of explore a topic of conversation, and she likes to do that with him. Okay, guys, so that is how Ahn Hyo Seop sees John Yubin. So now let's go into their friendship. How is their friendship going to be in the next 3 months? How is their friendship going to be in the next 3 months? John Yubin and Hyo Seop. How is their friendship going to be in the next 3 months? Okay, what's this about? Okay. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just grab this deck as well. I do feel just one more. Okay, guys. So here's the thing, okay? In regards to their friendship, I do feel like in the next 3 months, things aren't going to go as necessarily as well as they have been. They're both really busy people, and one of them is starting a new project in the next 3 months. I do see that with the Page of Pentacles. So one of them is starting a new project in the next 3 months, and I feel like they're not as good as keeping in touch as maybe other people, especially when they're busy. Like, as in, let's say one of them is starting a project, so one of them is busier than the other. The other person will want to reach out, but they're worried of like disturbing the other person, so then they don't. It's kind of like that, like, oh, I don't want to disturb them, so I'm thinking about them, I want to hang out with them, but I'll let them be. That's kind of the vibe, because I do feel like one of them is like, oh, should I call? Should I not call? Should I make that move to try and hang out while the other person is working? And then they're kind of like, no, 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 I should give it a rest. I shouldn't try to reach out and things like that. So it does feel like they're not going to be in as much contact in the next 3 months. I do see that. So anything else? No, I just want to see this Knight of Swords and this Five of Pentacles. Okay, guys, so okay, I just want to clear this really quickly. Actually, let me grab this deck. It does feel like communication is going to be a little bit of an issue in the next 3 months. Like maybe there's a little bit of a miscommunication or misunderstanding, or someone delivers the wrong message that makes one of them feel a little bit icky. I'm not saying like a fight or anything like that, no, but I am sensing kind of like an underlying issue also in communication within the next 3 months, because it's almost like, you know, obviously I do see that they're busy and they're kind of doing their own thing, but I don't really necessarily see them hanging out as much. Or making plans to hang out, especially the Empress upright and the Emperor in reverse. Again, like I feel like maybe one of them does want to hang out, but the other person is kind of like misunderstanding the situation and thinks that, oh, this person is so busy, I shouldn't get in touch with them or anything like that. But yeah, I also feel like there's a message that is not coming across. Maybe there's a rumor or someone is saying something and it gets to one of them and it's a miscommunication. But let's just see, guys, just an overall feeling of their friendship in the next, I mean, we have the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Like, yes, they care about each other. In the next 3 months, is the friendship still going to be there? 100%. But are they going to be seeing each other as much? No. And the communication is also not going to be that constant, is what I'm seeing. But yeah, okay, guys, so I'm gonna stop the reading right here. You know, this isn't necessarily something to like be worried about. I just see that, you know, they're really busy people. So with busy people, it's difficult to meet. I also see that there's going to be a rise in popularity for, oh, sorry about the siren, you guys. I also see that there's going to be a rise in popularity, especially for John Yubin in the next 3 months. And, you know, with rises in popularity, it's going to be difficult to like keep in touch and things like that. The most important thing is that I do see that they do care about each other. With the Knight of Cups, there's a lot of like love there in their friendship. It's just that it's a bit more difficult to hang out just for the sake of hanging out, you know. They will see each other, just not as much and as constantly. But yeah, anyways, I hope this reading helped. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Again, if you're interested in getting a private reading for yourself, would like to know what cards I use for my readings, or would like to join me on Patreon, I will have the links in the description box below. But yeah, take care, guys, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye.